Good day, everyone. Let me start a simple question. What if one day food become unavailable? Not because we forgot to eat, but because there was simply not enough to eat. No rice on the table, no vegetables in the market, no clean water to drink, and no assurance of when the next meal will come. This is the reality faced by millions of people around the world. And this is why food security matters. So, what is food security? Food security means that all people at all times have physical, social, and economic access to enough safe, nutritious, and affordable food to live a healthy and active life. In simple terms, food security means it is not just having food on the table. It is about having the right food, the right amount, at the right time for everyone. Food security exists when food is available, food is accessible, food is nutritious and safe, and food remains stable even during crisis. This means family is food secure when they can eat every day, afford healthy meals, and trust that tomorrow there will still be food to eat. Food security is not only about hunger, it is about health, survival, and human dignity. Because food is not just about basic need, it is a basic right. Now that we understand what food security means, let us look at the bigger picture. Global food security. So what is global food security? Global food security refers to the ability of the entire world to provide enough safe and nutritious food for everyone regardless of where they live. This means ensuring that food is not only available in one home, one community, or one country, but across the world. However, global food security remains one of the greatest challenges of our time. Even though the world produces enough food, millions of people still go hungry every day. Why? Because global food security is affected by many problems such as poverty, climate change, natural disasters, war and conflict, rising food prices, and unequal food distribution. For example, one country may have food surplus, while another suffers from famine. One community throws away food, while another struggles to survive with none. This shows that the issue is not always food shortage. Sometimes, the real problem is food inequality. Global food security reminds us that hunger is not just a local issue, it is a global concern that affects health, development, and human life. When food becomes scarce, people become weak, children become malnourished, communities become vulnerable, and nations become unstable. This is why achieving food global security is not just about the responsibility of farmers or governments. It is the shared responsibility of all people. Because in a world where food is abundant, no one should go hungry. And now we understand what food security means, why it matters globally. Let us now explore the key components and the factors that affect it.
Wala nang mabibiling pagkain. May ani pa ba ang mga magsasaka? May angkat na bang pagkain galing ibang bansa? Ano pa kayang kaya mabili ng 5 pisong hawak ko? Masustansya ba bang kainin kung asin at kanin na lang? Ano nang gagawin? Kakaunti ng supply ng pagkain. Ang mahal pa ng mga bilihin. Yan ang tila maririnig natin kung ang 4 pillars of food security ay hindi naaayon o may pagkakamali o pagkukulang sa mga ito. Ang mga ito ay consisted of the following, which is the first, availability. Availability ensures that there is sufficient, diverse, and resilient food production capable of withstanding external shock like climate change or disaster. Ang ibig sabihin lang nito ay ine-ensure nito na mayroong pagkain na makukuha ang isang tao sa tuwing kailangan nila nito. Ang kasunod naman sa 4 pillars ay ang access. Guarantees that all people have the means to obtain healthy food, focusing on both economic and physical access. So dito naman matatakel kung paano makukuha ng isang consumer ang pagkain. Oo nga, sabihin nating available ito, pero may kakayahan bang bumili ang consumer ng pagkain na ito? Kasunod ay utilization. It focuses on how the body uses food. This includes nutritional value, strict food safety standards, and overall consumer health protection. Ito naman ay tinitiyak kung masustansya ba ang pagkain na nakukuha o nakakain ng isang consumer. Kasunod naman sa 4 pillars at ang panghuli sa 4 pillars ay ang stability. It signifies the consistent and reliable functioning of the food supply chain, ensuring dependable access to food for all. So it tackles about the stability, or ibig sabihin may parehong access, may parehong availability at utilization. Lahat ng ito ay present, pero kahit dalawa lang dun, availability at access, ay mayroon ng stability. Ang stability ay, ang pinaka-context nito ay ang availabilidad o pagiging available ng isang pagkain na mayroong karampatang presyo na kayang bilihin o kayang ma-access ng isang Pilipino. Yun ang 4 pillars of food security.
Today, I will discuss the different organizations that handle food security. Ang food security ay hindi lang responsibilidad ng gobyerno, kundi lahat ng tao. Sa tulong ng mga organizations na ito, mas napapalapit tayo sa layunin magkaroon ng sapat na pagkain para sa lahat. First organization is the Food and Agriculture Organization or the FAO. Ito ay isang United Nations agency na nangunguna sa paglaban sa gutom sa buong mundo at tumutulong sila sa sustainable agriculture. Next organization is the World Food Program or the WFP. Sila naman ang nagbibigay ng pagkain lalo na sa mga lugar na may sakuna at matinding kagutuman. Sa Pilipinas, mayroon tayong Department of Agriculture or the DA. Sila ang sumusuporta sa ating mga magsasaka at nagpapatupad ng mga programang pang-agrikultura. Kasama rin ang National Food Authority or the NFA. Ang kanilang tungkulin ay siguraduhin ang sapat na supply ng bigas at kontrolin ang presyo ng bigas. At hindi rin mawawala ang World Vision. Sila ang tumutulong sa nutrisyon at kabuhayan ng mga komunidad, lalo na sa mga bata at pamilyang nangangailangan.
Now, next naman is the IFAD or the International Fund for Agricultural Development. Ang IFAD ay organization na tumutulong sa mga rural farmers para mapabuti ang kanilang kabuhayan. In simple terms, nagbibigay sila ng mga financial support at mga programs para mas mapaganda ang agricultural production ng mga small farmers. Sa Pilipinas, maraming farmers ang kulang sa kapital at hirap sa akses sa market. Kaya malaking tulong ang IFAD dahil tinutulungan nila ang mga farmers na mapataas ang kanilang production at magkaroon ng direct access sa buyers na nakakatulong naman para tumaas ang kanilang income. Next naman ay ang Philippine Red Cross. So, isa ito sa mga sikat o pinaka-known na organizations sa Pilipinas, lalo na kapag merong disasters or kalamidad, tulad ng mga bagyo. So, sila ang nagbibigay ng immediate assistance tulad ng food packs, tubig, mga relief goods sa mga naapektuhan ng sakuna. Halimbawa, during typhoons, Silang kadalasan ng first responders na tumutulong sa mga evacuees. Meron din silang mga feeding programs after disasters na nakakatulong sa mga evacuees at tumutulong sa mga disaster preparedness para mas maging handa ang communities sa mga emergency situations. Next naman ay ang To Save the Children. So, ang organization naman na ito ay nakatuon sa kapakanan ng mga bata, lalo na sa nutrisyon at sa kanilang overall health. So, maraming developing areas ang may mga batang nakakaranas ng malnutrition, kaya nagbibigay sila ng mga proper feeding programs at health support services. So, dito, tinuturuan din nila ang mga parents tungkol sa proper nutrition at childcare para mas maging healthy ang mga bata sa long term, or is the Oxfam. Ang Oxfam is organization na nakatutok naman sa food security at pag-reduce ng inequality. So, sa atin sa Pilipinas, hindi problema ang availability ng food dahil meron tayong mga farmers na nagsusupply sa atin. Pero ang issue ay hindi pantayang access ng mga tao dito. Kaya nagbibigay sila ng livelihood programs at support sa sustainable farming. Tumutulong din sila during disasters para matulungan ang communities na makabangon at ma-recover ang kanilang pamumuhay or kabuhayan.
Ayan, so good morning everyone. So now let's talk about the international organizations for global food security. But before that, so let's talk about first kung ano ba yung meaning ng global food security. When we say global food security, it means that all people at all times have enough safe and nutritious and affordable food to eat. So it achieved by improving yung food production, food distribution, and also the environment. And ma-achieve mo yung lahat ng yun, itong global food security, because of the international organizations na meron tayo. So ayun, pag-uusapan natin sila kung ano ba yung ginagawa nila to improve the food security. Ayan, so one of the international organizations that we have is yung International Fund for Agricultural Development. So it is founded noong 1977. So ayan, it focuses on rural poverty reduction or para mabawasan or ma-eliminate yung cases ng rural poverty, working with poor rural populations in developing countries to eliminate poverty, hunger, and also yung cases ng malnutrition. Ayan, focuses on rural poverty reduction. It helps small farmers and the rural communities. So, ano nga ba yung kayang i-provide ni International Fund for Agricultural Development? The first one is funding. So, ayan, kaya nilang mag-fund sa mga farmers natin, sa mga small farmers ng pananim para meron silang pang-start. They provide also the training. So, ang alam ko kasi dito is nagpo-provide sila ng training sa mga farmers natin kung saan, ayun, tinuturuan sila kung paano ba mag-increase yung income nila in terms of farming. Tinuturuan sila kung ano yung proper way ng pagtatanim, ano ba yung mga dapat ginagawa, ano yung mga fertilizers na dapat ginagamit, and also ayun, paano ma-increase yung income, paano yung tamang pag-harvest, ayun. So overall, ganun yung ginagawa ng international fund sa atin, sa mga farmers. Ayun, main goal niya is ma-end yung hunger, malnutrition, and poverty. Kasi nga naman, if a lot of farmers ay marunong or may fund na gagamitin sa kanilang pagtatanim to start, so pwedeng ma-reduce yung hunger, tsaka malnutrition, and also the poverty na nararanasan ng maraming bansa. So, next natin ay the World Bank. So, it is founded noong 1944. So, the World Bank is an international institution that provides financial and technical assistance to developing countries. So, ano yung ginagawa ni World Bank sa global food security? Ayun, they fund also the agricultural uh, projects. Yung World Bank lang, mas malaki yung sakop niya na fund or na kayang gawin. They support sustainable farming, yung mga irrigation and productivity, yung mga patubig sa lalo na sa mga palayan. So ayun, kailangan doon ng irrigation or maraming water para kung just in case ayun mag-El Nino, so mabubuhay pa rin or hindi sayang yung mga tinanim, hindi malulugi. So they build infrastructure, so nag-invest sila sa road, storage facilities, so that's very important, yung storage facilities na paglalagyan or pag-iimbakan ng mga tinanim or inani, yung mga hinarvest. And also the transport systems, kasi this is the main struggle also, yung transport systems ng mga na-harvest. Minsan walang enough sasakyan, lalo na ay kailangan malaki yung pang-transport na gagamitin. So, they provide for that or they fund for that. Then, they support food programs, they improve nutrition, food access, and market systems. They provide policy and knowledge. They offer research data and advice to help countries build better food systems. Ayan. Main goal ng World Bank para ma-end ang poverty and hunger by ensuring na yung mga pagkain is available, accessible, at higit sa lahat, they are affordable. Next is the United Nations Environment Program. So, na-establish siya noong 1972. So, yung United Nations Environment Program, in-establish siya as the international arm providing guidance and governance to environmental issues. So, yung main focus niya, environmental protection and sustainability for a better future. So, it means more on preservation ng mga natural resources, 'di ba? Kasi it's very important to preserve the natural resources kasi it could also reduce the poverty or the hunger, most especially the malnutrition. Sometimes kasi naglalak tayo sa mga natural resources kasi mismong tao din naman yung nag-aaksaya or sumisira sa kanila. So, in United Nations, so they encourage preservation ng mga natural resources na meron tayo because we are very lucky that we have those resources, kaya lang we don't know sometimes kung paano ba siya ipe-preserve or gagamitin sa tamang paraan. So ayun, nakalagay dito, it addresses key environmental issues such as climate change, soil and water issues, biodiversity loss, and pollution and waste. So, ano ba yung ginagawa niya? Ayan, it encourage eco-friendly agriculture. Yung simpleng pagbabawas na ng paggamit ng plastic. So, one of the way yun para ma-preserve natin yung mga natural resources or to encourage eco-friendly agriculture. Next is to promote reduce food waste. Support policies for sustainable food production, work with countries and partners for global solution, and lastly is to protect natural resources for future generation. Kasi kung ngayon, yung mga tao ngayon hindi marunong mag-preserve kung ano yung meron tayong mga resources, so ano pang gagamitin ng mga future generation? So baka mas imbis na ma-reduce yung poverty, malnutrition, and hunger sa mga susunod na generation, lalong tumaas yung cases or increase yung issues about poverty, malnutrition, and hunger na pwede nating ma-experience. So, ayun, they going back sa mga farmers, so they give or they encourage farmers to use organic fertilizer instead na gumamit ng mga harmful chemicals. And also, ayun, to protect soil and water sources, kasi ang gusto ng United Nations Environment Program is ma-practice ng mga farmers yung sustainability. So, para ma-promote or ma-provide yung healthier environment, tsaka safer food, and long-term food supply. Kasi yung mga fertilizers na may chemical na ginagamit, they can also damage the soil na pinagtataniman eh. So, ayan, they promote na instead na gumamit ka ng mga harmful chemicals, why not use yung mga organic fertilizers na available naman sa atin and also accessible, di ba? So, in that way, mas marireduce natin yung pagka-damage ng mga pagtataniman natin. So, ayun, overall, yun lang naman yung main goal ng United Nations Environment Program. It's more on preservation ng mga natural resources na meron tayo. So, that's all for international food global food security.
So next for the World Food Program or WFP, founded in 1961. So si World Food Program is siya yung naga-address para mapunan yung mga hunger na nararanasan ng mga tao sa isang country, and also sila yung nagpo-promote ng better outcomes para maibigay nila yung food security dun sa mga taong nasasakupan ng isang bansa. Next is what we do for global food security. First is the emergency relief. So dito is nagpo-provide sila ng immediate food aid during conflicts, disasters, and crisis. So alam naman natin na pag may mga crisis or disasters na dumadating sa bansa natin, is affected din ito yung mga properties or yung mga foods na meron tayo. Kasi nga is na-destroy siya ng mga like flood, earthquakes, or yung mga bagyo. So that's why si World Food Program is tumutulong sa atin. Next is specialized nutrition. So sila yung nag-o-offer para magkaroon ng mas nutritious food yung mga bata sa isang country, na sa pamamagitan nito is mas may iwasan yung malnutrition. Next is empowering communities, support local markets and small-scale farmers with asset creation. So yun, tinutulungan din ito yung mga local markets na magkaroon ng mas maayos na kita na dapat is para sa kanila. So, next is our strategic goal is to achieve zero hunger by ensuring everyone has access to sufficient and nutritious food. Next is for the Food and Agriculture Organizations or FAO, founded in 1945. So, si FAO is from United Nations, is a specialized agency that leads international efforts that defeat hunger and improve nutrition and food security. So, si Food and Agriculture Organization is yun, mas ini-improve niya yung mas ini-improve niyo yung mga nutrition na dapat ibibigay dun sa mga tao sa isang country or yung nasasakupan nilang country. Next is what we do for global food security. Improve nutrition. So, sila yung nagpo-promote ng healthy diets, improving food safety, and ensuring access to nutrient-rich food. Next is sustainable agriculture. Ini-encourage nila to practice that protect national resources while increasing production. So, dito ini-encourage nila yung mga farmers na magkaroon ng practice kung paano nila mas mapupunan yung mga pagkukulang nila in terms of agricultures to produce a better outcomes na maibibigay nila sa mga tao. And next is empower small-scale producers, enhancing livelihoods through technology, access to resources, and market links. So, ayun, dito is mas nagkakaroon ng pagkakaisa yung bawat tao or yung mga farmers and sa isang bansa through technology. And next is our strategic goal is to support members in achieving four betters such as better production, better nutrition, better environment, and a better life for all.
Stop. Before you eat your next meal, have you ever wondered where your food comes from and why not everyone has access to it? In a world that produces enough food, millions of people still go hungry every single day. So what's really going on? Let's uncover the truth behind the global challenges affecting the food security. First, climate change and natural disasters. Rising temperatures, unpredictable weather, stronger typhoons, and longer droughts. Imagine being a farmer planting crops with hope only to lose everything overnight due to floods or extreme heat. No crops means no food. No food means empty tables. Next, population growth and urbanization. Every day, the world's population continues to grow. More people means more demand for food. But here's the challenge. As city expand, farmland disappears. Buildings replace rice fields and roads replace farms. So now we ask, how can we produce enough food with less land? Next, conflicts and political instability. In areas affected by war and unrest, food system collapse. Farmers cannot plant, supplies cannot be delivered, and also markets shut down. Families are forced to flee, leaving behind not just their home, but also their source of food. In these situations, hunger becomes a daily fight for survival. Lastly, food waste and poor distribution. Here's something shocking. Tons of food are wasted every single day from households, restaurants, and also the supermarkets. Yet somewhere else, a family is skipping meals just to survive. The problem isn't always producing more food, it's making sure food reaches the right people at the right time. So what can we do? Avoid food waste, support local farmers, be mindful of what we consume, and also spread awareness. So remember, food insecurity is not just a global issue, it's a human issue. It affects people, families, and also the entire communities. Food security is everyone's responsibility, and the change starts with us.
Importance of global food security. The United States is driving worldwide endeavors to address the need that individuals around the world have for reliable sources of quality nourishment. American help is in portion coordinated to food security, guaranteeing each country has the capacity to nourish its populace satisfactory amounts of dietary nourishment. Importance of global food security. Development within the farming segment has been found on normal to be at least twice as effective in lessening destitution as growth in other segments. Nourishment insecurity, often established and destitution, diminishes the capacity of nations to create their rural markets and economies. Access to quality, nutritious nourishment is essential to human presence. Secure access to nourishment can deliver wide-ranging positive impacts, including the following. Number 1, economic development and job creation. Food security supports agriculture and related industries, creating jobs and boosting income for farmers and workers. Number 2, poverty reduction. When people have stable access to food, they can work better and spend less on basic needs, helping lift family out of poverty. Number 3, trade opportunities. Countries with strong food production can export goods, improving their economy and strengthening international trade. Number 4, increase global security and stability. Reliable food supply reduces conflict and social unrest, contributing to peace and stability among communities and nations. Number 5, improve well-being and health care. Access to nutritious food leads to better health, stronger immunity, and lower healthcare costs.
Solutions to food security. First one is sustainable agriculture. So paggamit ng mga climate resilient and eco-friendly farming methods tulad ng crop rotation, organic farming, and soil conservation. So sa Pilipinas, sa madalas tamaan ng bagyo at tagtuyot, nakakatulong ito para mapanatili ang healthy soil and masiguradong tuloy-tuloy ang food production. Next is support for Filipino farmers, so pagbibigay ng mga financial assistance, farm subsidies, training mula sa DA or Department of Agriculture, and access sa modern farming tools and technology. So sa ganitong paraan, mas mapalakas ang agriculture sector ng bansa and tataas ang ani at kita ng mga magsasaka. Next is improve food distribution systems sa pag-upgrade ng mga farm to market roads, cold storage facilities, and logistic systems. So dahil nga sa geographic challenges ng Pilipinas, for example is islands and remote areas, so mahalaga yung efficient distribution para makarating mga pagkain kahit sa mga liblib na lugar. Next is government programs and policies. So pagpapatapos ng mga programs tulad ng Kadiwa stores, feeding programs ng DSWD, and price monitoring ng NFA sa basic goods tulad ng bigas. So layunin nito na gawing mas affordable and accessible ang pagkain para sa lahat ng mga Pilipino. The last one is urban gardening and community farming. So, it's very common since pagtatanim ng gulay sa bahay, mga barangay gardens, and school-based gardening programs. So, sa urban areas tulad ng Metro Manila, nakakatulong ito para magkaroon ng dagdag na source ng fresh food and mas maging food self-sufficient ang communities.